93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Crime scene tape and body bags across the capital city. Nothing on radar. 66 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 70 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:02. Early Sunday morning, a shooting on Indy's northwest side killed 2 men and left 5 other people injured. Police say the violence happened in a parking lot. Around 2 a.m., officers found 5 people shot at the scene. A 6th person walked into a nearby fire station, and a 7th walked into a hospital. 1 person of interest was detained, say police. More than a quarter of this year's homicides in Marion County have happened between midnight and 6 a.m. Indianapolis police say they had to fire their weapons on Saturday after a call to a McDonald's. Jake McDaniel has the story.
It happened on East 38th Street Saturday evening on Indy's north side. Indy Metro police officers got there before 6:30, and an employee told them that a man had a gun on him and tried to kill her.
During the struggle, a firearm was discharged inside the business. This led to an officer-involved shooting. The suspect was not struck by gunfire. Neither were the officers.
IMPD Deputy Chief Tanya Terry says officers chased the man after he ran off. They took him into custody near 39th Street. One vehicle that was not involved was shot at. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
For the first time in 16 years, the Indianapolis Colts are 3-0.
Great team win. We talked about being relentless and disciplined for 60 minutes this week. That was the focus. I thought our guys came out and did that. I thought our offensive line did a hell of a job protecting, giving up no sacks. Our defense getting 4.
Colts running back Jonathan Taylor scored 3 touchdowns. The Colts play the LA Rams on the road on Sunday. Expect mid-70 temperatures as the work week begins.
With periodic rain chances, but as we get later in the week, we should start feeling a little bit more of that cooler air.
That's Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service. He says rain will come across Indiana about 8 a.m. today. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Indiana Foundation Service, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
What is 988? It's a way forward. It's a listening ear. It's whatever help you need when you need it. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline offers trained crisis specialists ready to talk to you 24/7. If you or someone you love is experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis in their life, call or text 988. Want more information? Visit 988indiana.org.
Good morning. Not looking too bad out there on your Circle City area roadways. 65, 69, 70, 74, and 465 are all wide open as you are traveling anywhere around the surface streets. Not looking too bad, and your weekend and overnight construction are all moving well. Traffic is sponsored by Moderna, MNX Spike, COVID-19 vaccine. Myrna by Moderna is here. To find it near you, visit mnxspike.com. That's mnexspike.com. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony. Good morning on this Monday. We're tracking some rain that's moving out of Illinois. It will fill in as we get later on into the morning. On and off showers, a few rumbles of thunder, much needed rain. That's going to continue through the afternoon hours as well. It's going to be cooler as a result, too. Today's high, 75. Some scattered showers continue through mid to late night. I think overnight the rain tapers out. Watch out for some patchy fog, a low down to 64. Tuesday, partly cloudy, just a slight chance for a few showers, 78 for your high. Wednesday, another good chance for widespread showers and a few thunderstorms, 73. Thursday, partly cloudy and a chance of showers throughout the day. Thursday's highs into the low 70s.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you so much, man. We have got ourselves 66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:06.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard Air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
What you saw yesterday in Glendale, Arizona, it's pretty incredible. That funeral service, memorial service, I would go with memorial service more than funeral service, for Charlie Kirk was amazing. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. And there were vigils here across Indiana. I know in Zionsville there was one. One report said 200 people. Another report said 2,000 people. I don't know. Somebody go out there and count. That's not my job. My job is to note that the political left must have looked at that and said, my gosh, what is it that we didn't understand here? Person after person filing in, tens of thousands of people, millions watching at home. And to hear Erica Kirk just lay it out.
He wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life. That young man, on the cross, our Savior said, Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That young man.
Comments. As we had already seen an uptick in comments. As we had already seen an uptick in Catholicism, as reported. People looking to fill emptiness, which is absolutely the case. The left's hatred of Charlie Kirk is dwarfed by the outpouring you saw in Glendale, Arizona. Dwarfed. It's truly something else in what we saw yesterday. Now the question is, what are the reverberations? What lasts and what doesn't? Is not everything lasts as it is in that fevered moment. But it was, for the most part, incredibly well done and incredibly handled. Did Trump do Trump? Yeah, of course Trump did Trump. He did. He did. Nothing changes with that guy, including a flat-out disagreement. Charlie Kirk loved his enemies, not me. I hate my enemies. That has to be broken down. It has to be. And as I stated on social media, I would not have invited Tucker, and other people were like, they were great friends. Okay, they were great friends, but man, and people are going to disagree with me, and I disagree with others, and the world keeps spinning. It was something else. And there is, of course, a political reality to it. The left still doesn't have anything uplifting even close to what you saw. We should break that down further. Keep it here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, Indiana Governor Mike Braun on data centers at 6:32. Brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-951-4279 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-951-4279. That's 800-951-4279. What do you have to lose? Call 800-951-4279. Again, 800-951-4279.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks, and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Why do so many basement companies want half the money up front? Could it be because it's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they don't ask for a deposit until the job is done and you're completely satisfied. They even start with a free inspection to ensure you know exactly what your home needs without the guesswork. With over 35 years experience, they've proven that trust is built on results, not deposits. Michaelis, building trust beneath your feet. Visit michaeliscorp.com.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
Traffic on the 5s. Jeremy Scott in for Matt Bear. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Tony. Keep in mind if you are traveling out and about that all your overnight and weekend road work has been picked up. We are still hearing that the 865 eastbound ramp to eastbound 465 closed until 6 a.m. on Wednesday. We're going to check that out real quick and get a confirmation on that, but you are forced off to southbound to 465 for the time being. Traffic is sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc. I'm Jeremy Scott with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 63 degrees. Let's just say that. We'll go with that. How about 66? Even better. 66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
So with all the choices of where you could buy your furniture and mattresses, here's why you should purchase your new Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers or Flex Steel Furniture, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy or Stearns and Foster mattresses, or Berlin Gardens and Pollywood outdoor furniture from Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Unmatched customer service during and after the sale. Have a service issue, they're just one call away. They deliver and set up for free if you live within 75 miles of their store in Columbus. Saves you hundreds. Family owned, worth the very short drive. ThompsonFurniture.net.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Guys, it's game on at Synergen X and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs.
Book a free TRT consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia, tickets, and more. Female patients, you can win too. Book at trtmvp.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
The United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada have all decided to recognize a Palestinian state, something that President Trump will address at the UN on Tuesday. He will be speaking. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. In a message of madness, of pseudo-intellectual hype that would make Neville Chamberlain blush, what they have decided is that the recognition of a Palestinian state is a real blow to Hamas.
The recognition of a Palestinian state is the best way to isolate Hamas.
By the way, Hamas welcomed your decision. They said it's a great move forward.
By pure cynicism. But I don't want to let them the monopoly of such a request, because this is not true. What they want is to destroy you. But if we consider that the Palestinian state will always have the objective to destroy Israel, how do you want to build a sustainable future? There is no way.
So you call them a state and then you hold them to a standard. Right. No, that's going to work perfectly. As you have been told repeatedly, being a state is not the objective. My vacation plans will not be including Australia, Canada, nor the United Kingdom, which is too bad, because I was looking forward to some Vegemite and mash drenched in maple syrup. Oh, well. Oh, well. I guess Tim Hortons is now out. It was nice while it lasted, Timmy H. But no. That will not be it. Meanwhile, Hamas has released an image of the 48 remaining captives, letting Israel know that you'll never see these people alive again, to try and stop Israel from moving forward in ending Hamas's reign. This is like, this should have happened a while ago. You want to call this a final step? That's where they're at right now. I would also advise every first report out of Gaza is Hamas saying, hey, here's another lie about who was attacked or who was killed. And check, double check, and recheck. It's the best I can give you on the situation. And then there is ABC. In a story that you may not know about, an ABC affiliate in Sacramento was shot at. So remember, ABC doesn't own all of its stations. They're affiliate-owned stations, and they decide to carry that network, and they work out deals, etc. So, as has been described, was arrested for driving by and firing 3 shots into the building.
A 64-year-old man named Hernandez Santana has been arrested as the suspect in the shooting that led to an investigation here at ABC 10 in Sacramento along Broadway. And as the sun has risen this morning, you can see for yourself plywood over one of the windows in the lobby there. Now, earlier in the day on Friday, police were called here in response to shots fired from outside the ABC 10's building. No one was injured despite the building being occupied at the time. 3 bullet holes were seen in the window on the building's lobby. And that's when the investigation began. Later the same day, KCRA3 saw police in the River Park neighborhood, including SWAT teams. A witness at the scene reported seeing a man tackled and then taken into custody. Sacramento police thanked the FBI for providing resources in its...
That's from KCRA. So, okay, they arrest the guy. And then they let the guy go. He shoots into the ABC affiliate. He posts bail. He's out. So they had to go and arrest him again. Now, the question, of course, is why did he go about doing this shooting? It won't be lost on many people that it's an ABC affiliate, and ABC decided to part ways with Jimmy Kimmel because Jimmy Kimmel was going to triple down on his lie about who assassinated Charlie Kirk because he can't stop himself. Can't stop hating. Can't stop it. Can't deal with reality in front of his face. Can't deal with the focus of the moment. He lied. He lied. That's what happened. And when he was confronted by the ABC and Disney brass for his show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, late night, ABC, and they said, well, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to double down. They said, you're not going to be on the air. But as has been reported, they're working on ways to bring him back. They can't quit him. 1 million people could do that job. Quite literally 1 million. 1 million. And they're going to bring him back. So they suspend him, and now you have the shooting. There's no connection. There's no relationship there. I think that everybody would find that outrageously hard to believe. Outrageously hard to believe. Just some of the things going on. And right here in Indianapolis is, you have heard Ryan Hedrick discuss, and you can go to WIBC.com and get the latest. It was a weekend of just outright violence. 7 shot, 2 dead. We're going to get more into this. You've got the reporting neighbors and leaders in Indianapolis condemn the weekend shootings. With all due respect, until you walk into Joe Hogsett's office and ask what the bloody heck is going on here, everything else is just window dressing. I do not believe that a mayor can stop all crime. I don't believe all crime gets stopped. But until we address cultural issues and have the mayor being willing, man enough, strong enough, sober-minded enough to do so and address the cultural issues that are leading us down this path, we're going to have more of the same and all of the same. This is Indianapolis. I can point you to 3 good stories. I've got a restaurant story for you. So much opportunity, and yet this. Because the people with their names high on the buildings and the people who run the civic organizations and look at me and get invited to all the good fancy dinners, they won't speak. They won't speak out. What else do you have to see, guys? Just what? Matt Bear is out today. Jeremy Scott has traffic on the 5.
Well, Tony, I did check that construction on the northwest side, and indeed it is still there. So the 865 ramp to eastbound ramp, I should say, to eastbound 465 completely shut down. That's going to be that way till 7. That's because the left lane of 465 from the 865 interchange to just before Michigan Street is closed for construction. Now, over the weekend, you were down to 1 lane. It was creating a big mess on the northwest side. Well, now you just have the left lane closed. It may create a mess, but not as big as we saw over the weekend. Other than that, the rest of your road's still looking really good in and around the Circle City metro area. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, and flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com. Visit drexelin.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Hope you have a great weekend. As usual, we'll hope for the politicians to do something stupid so we can talk about it Monday.
9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
It's the start of our favorite season here in Indy, football season. That's right, with all the hype and action this season brings, we know things can get loud and messy real quick. Before you invite your friends and family over to watch the games, you better call my cleaning heroes at Zero Res to clean up all those fumble moments in your home. And lucky for you, you can score big this month with great savings. Hi, this is Denny Smith, and you can get 3 rooms Zero Resified starting at just $129 and take $75 off your air duct cleaning too. The Zero Res service is easy to line up, and you can go online at zeroresindy.com to do the scheduling at your convenience. And don't forget the ZR water difference. No soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals, leaving things really clean. Now mention WIBC and you'll get 3 rooms cleaned by the Zero Res Pro starting at just $129. $129! Plus $75 off duct cleaning too. 317-388-5141. Online at zeroresindy.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, walking means so much more. It means fighting for a different future, for families facing the disease today, for treatments. Because when you take part in Walk to End Alzheimer's, you're not just walking, you're fighting to stop the disease. We're closer than ever, but to get there, we need you. Join us for the world's largest fundraiser to fight the disease. Register today at alz.org/walk.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Honoring a political activist. Nothing on radar. 68 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 71 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Thousands of people gathered in Arizona to honor and remember Charlie Kirk.
A packed house here inside State Farm Stadium and an overflow arena nearby as people honored Charlie Kirk, his life, and his accomplishments of just 31 short years, creating a movement and unleashing a revival that people who loved him say will go on.
The assassin failed in his quest because Charlie's message has not been silenced. It now is bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
President Trump saying there's a spiritual realignment happening and calls it only the beginning. Following Kirk's death, TPUSA says requests for new chapters in high schools and colleges continue coming in from across the country by the tens of thousands.
That's Fox's Jeff Manasso reporting from Glendale, Arizona. Here in Indianapolis, Victoria Holmes lives in the capital city and says she's seen people shot nearby where she lives. She tells Wish TV she has some advice for anyone out there thinking about becoming violent or aggressive.
It's not worth it killing these people and
and just to prove a point or just to make yourself look tough or whatever the case may be.
Indianapolis City County Council Majority Leader Maggie Lewis says that it's time for the city to heal and come together while also trying to prevent more violence like this from happening. The Trump administration believes it may have the root cause of autism. Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer has a preview of that announcement.
The Trump administration is expected to make a major announcement about autism in the coming hours. The Washington Post reports federal health officials will link pregnant women's use of Tylenol to the condition. Potential treatments for the developmental disorder will also be discussed. A spokesperson for the maker of Tylenol, though, says there's no evidence linking the medication to autism.
And Tylenol is an over-the-counter drug that includes acetaminophen. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes at 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. As data center projects surge around the state, so too is community opposition. But Governor Mike Braun says he sees data centers as an important part of economic development, with one caveat.
As long as they are going to be willing to pay for most of the electricity, if not all of it, and maybe even a little additional to put back on the grid.
The Bloomington-based Applied Research Institute has promoted Andrew Kosick to CEO. He succeeds David Roberts, who had led the organization for nearly 3 years. Kosick most recently served as Executive Vice President of Partnerships and General Counsel at ARI, and previously was State Director and Counsel to U.S. Senator Todd Young. After 2 years of delays, Amazon has officially opened its new fulfillment center in Elkhart County. The 800,000 square foot facility is expected to ultimately employ about 1,000 people and support the first mile of Amazon's fulfillment process. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Do you own an import-export business? If so, your company could save time and money with foreign trade zones. FTZs are designated sites across the United States where you can reduce, defer, and even eliminate import duties, helping you stay competitive in the global marketplace. If you're interested in becoming an FTZ, the Indianapolis Airport Authority can sponsor your application and start you on the path to savings, because smart companies get in the zone. Learn more at inzone.org.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Ivy Tech Community College, South Bend, Elkhart, and Elkhart-based Slate Up have launched a pilot partnership aimed at connecting students directly with high-demand manufacturing jobs across northern Indiana. Through Slate Up's AI-powered talent platform, Ivy Tech students in the School of Advanced Manufacturing will be able to map career pathways, showcase their credentials, and connect with local employers seeking skilled workers. Gibson County Visitors and Tourism, Inc. has announced Liberty DeWig as its next executive director. DeWig will succeed Eric Heidenreich, who is retiring at the end of the year after 27 years with the organization. DeWig currently serves as brand manager for a pair of Evansville radio stations owned by Town Square Media. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
South side 65 northbound. Heavy from Raymond into the south split. That's all due to that construction zone. Other than that, 69, 70, 74, and 465 are all looking good. Keep in mind, if you're on the northwest side, you have no access from 865 eastbound to eastbound 465 until Wednesday morning's rush. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
I just sneezed so hard, I think I broke my coccyx. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Oh, it's going to be a show, people. That's right. That's right. Usually you'd have to listen to NPR to hear something like coccyx, which oddly enough is a totally acceptable term. We've got 66 degrees. Thank you, producer Carl. In the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. Check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's going on?
Tony, good morning. The Indianapolis Colts improved to 3-0 on Sunday with a road win over the Tennessee Titans thanks to plays like this.
Taylor right up the gut, big hole, 40, cuts back to his right, spinning upfield, still going, slips out of a tackle. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, he's at the 5, touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, I-N-D-Y, yes sir!
Matt Taylor on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network, final score 41-20. Jonathan Taylor ran for 102 yards and scored 3 touchdowns.
I think that's what we try to establish each and every single week, but it starts up front, and then it starts on the edges with guys like Pittman, Ashton, just sustaining those blocks on the outside. That's how we're able to move the ball downfield.
And the Colts play the LA Rams Sunday in Vegas.
Final score, Fever 89, Aces 73. Indiana takes game 1 of the semifinals in Vegas.
John Nolan on the Indiana Fever Radio Network. Game 2 Tuesday at 9:30. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the Level on the Go and at WIBC.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com. Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
Give family a call for your family maintenance plan, 317-577-8077. Maintenance is crucial.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Can we just for a moment go over what took place Saturday, Sunday? I mean, this is a surreal 1-2-3 punch. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Live streaming on the YouTubes. Just go to youtube.com/WIBC and be a part of it. Get in the chat room. Snacks will be provided. They're all mental. It would have been a 1-2-3-4, but come on, Purdue. Seriously? Notre Dame? The Fever 89. The Las Vegas Aces, 73. That's a bit of a thumping to put on the Aces there in Las Vegas. That is good stuff. To be able to come back to Indy with that is nice. Now, I'm not going to overthink this team. I'm not going to overthink the situation. But if you can get the Fever to a finals, so good. So good. Will be that moment. The money for this city, the opportunity for this city. Oh, and of course, the Fever can win a championship. It's always good. It's always good. This is a very, very nice win. Next game is Friday. Wow, there's a bit of time between these games. Wait, do I have that right? No, it's not. Tuesday, sorry. The next game is tomorrow, and that is in Las Vegas. Yeah, I've got that right. The next game is tomorrow in Las Vegas, Tuesday, and then Friday right here at home. Then you have your Indiana Hoosiers led by Coach Signetti. Hoosiers 63, Fighting Illini 10. Okay. That's nuts. And Signetti's a really, really good quote machine. Really good. Where is it? There it is.
And I thought our defensive line could whip.
Hold on one second. I thought I had it.
We did.
Now let's start from the beginning, Coach.
That's what I saw on tape too. And I thought our defensive line could whip their offensive line, and we did. And they came out and played with tempo early, and give him time to throw. He's going to get the ball where it's got to go. And but I think the sacks were huge. The block punt got us going, and then they couldn't stop us. They couldn't match up on the perimeter, and then we broke their will and just pounded them.
We broke their will is such a good line, so good. And then the Colts 41 and the Tennessee Titans 20. And you say to me, yeah, Tony, it's the Titans. Oh, I agree. And I actually agree that we've got some defensive issues going on. But it was solid work. It was solid work. 102 yards for Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns. Daniel Jones, 18 for 25, 228 yards and a touchdown. That's all you need. You need somebody who can manage and make it happen and not make mistakes and still no interceptions. Good stuff all the way around. I mean, truly, nicely done. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your next car, your next truck, it is at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. Wait till you see everything they have to offer over at Andy Moore Ford, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, especially when you talk about those work vehicles, whether the trucks or the vans. Over 175 of those Super Duty trucks to choose from right there on the lot. And you could save thousands on medium and heavy duty commercial trucks because Andy and Andy Moore Ford always gives you more. And they've got all of the service there, whether it is your personal vehicle, whether it's your business vehicle, even the big stuff, the heavy stuff. They're like, who in the world works on this stuff? Andy Moore Ford does. And they will make sure that your business is up and running. Your fleet is in tip-top condition. And with more to your door, you want to buy another car or another truck, a new truck for your home? Well, they'll deliver it right to you. You never even have to show up. Do it all online. Super easy, super comfortable, pants optional. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. For your business, for your home, for your life. They're your dealership. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at andymoreford.com. That's MOHR. andymoreford.com.
Of all the times to buy new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Traffic on the 5s. Jeremy Scott in for Matt Bear. What's going on?
Well, Tony, we've got some new problems on the north side. US 31 northbound is jammed solid from 106 all the way over to 116th Street. 2 of your left lanes are blocked with a crash. So crews just getting on scene. Will be there for just quite some time. 65 northbound tight Raymond to the south split, all due to construction work. And basically anything to the west of us is starting to see rain, including Lebanon and Crawfordsville. So expect slick conditions to start your commute if you're coming out from the west and the northwest. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, math, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Pat Sullivan here.
It's that time of year in Indiana when you don't know if you need your AC unit blasting or your furnace to start kicking. Better have both prepared with a $49 AC unit and furnace tune-up from Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Is it sweater weather or tank top weather? Nobody knows. But we do know that you can ensure total comfort inside your home for only $49. Call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today at 641-HOPE. That's 641-HOPE.
Zillow ranking Indy number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home values have risen and are holding strong. Now is a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to max your equity. I'm talking about real estate expert Mark Dietl. Don't have to take my word for it. Dan and Casey in Indianapolis said it was time to downsize. They needed to sell their old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietl and his team made it happen. They got their asking price in just a few weeks without any repairs or even an appraisal.
Mark Dietl is the best in the business, and he has the guarantee that backs it up. He guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price or deadline, or he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. That's what separates Mark Dietl. 755-4232 or go to markdietl.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietl.com. Tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Oh, let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
You woke up to the news, WIBC.com, sharing the story of shootings and killings in Indianapolis. It's no way to wake up. It's become our commonplace. And if the question is, when does this end? The answer is not today. That much I know. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It was 7 shot and 2 killed. Do I have that right? 2 killed, 5 hurt in a mass shooting on the northwest side. Was that it? Or, you have 2 kids who walked into area hospitals with gunshot wounds. This is our city. This is what we deal with. And when you tell me you don't live in Indianapolis, Tony, that argument doesn't work, and we're not going to pay any attention to it. It's boring at this stage of the game. The city doesn't work. I want nothing but good things. When the Indiana Fever have an opportunity to take a semifinals and bring more opportunity to Indianapolis and keep the restaurants full and the hotels full, I want to be able to show off a good city so more good things happen. It can't happen when you're trying to match Chicago murder for murder. It just can't happen. I'm a bad guy for noticing. I reject the premise of that argument. Noticing is what hopefully gets us to the better place. But nothing changes if we don't have people willing to lead. I argue we don't have those people. Chief Bailey putting out a statement. Chris Bailey, IMPD chief. My heart is heavy after the violence. I'm going to stop you right there, Chief. With all due respect, I do not want to hear about your heavy heart. This is maybe a personal take. I want to hear about actions, and I want to hear about specific groups, people's associations that are failing us. Your emotion is not the thing. My heart is heavy after the violence the Indianapolis community experienced over the last 24 hours. Our thoughts are with the victims, their loved ones, and all who are impacted by the violence. Say violence again, sir. Quote, IMPD officers and detectives have been working nonstop to identify those responsible and hold them accountable. I am incredibly proud of their courage and professionalism during such a difficult night. During one of these incidents, 2 of our officers were attacked while responding to a disturbance involving a man with a gun, and a shot was fired in their direction. Their quick, decisive actions and their training brought the situation to a safe resolution. No one was injured. We are ensuring both officers have access to all available support and resources. He continues, we understand how nights like this can shake our sense of safety, but IMPD remains fully engaged and continues to do our part to keep our neighborhoods safe. And then anybody who has information asked to contact 317-262-TIPS. Our issue is not we're going to stay on this. I don't question whether the IMPD is going to stay on this, nor do I look at the IMPD and say you're not doing your job when there is these things happening in other parts, all parts of the city. I argue that there's a real failure when we don't monitor downtown properly for homeless issues, etc. But that's a second subject. The issue here is that the violence is commonplace. The murders, the killings, the shootings are commonplace. And we have a so-called civic leadership that refuses to even ask, hey, what's going on here? To look at, I'm told often about stakeholders, as if that's a thing. The stakeholders. That's some new term for the community. Actually, it's been around for a while. And really, it's the idea of people who have nothing to do with the business somehow getting a say in how the business runs, or some dollars falling off into their pocket. I have found no other way to describe the concept. Where are they? Where are they to discuss the problems culturally that are leading to these things? Because I know that there are a lot of lawful gun owners in Indiana, never mind Indianapolis, who didn't do anything wrong last night. It's people. And if the civic leaders aren't willing to address it, this continues. I'm going to continue to address it. I could use some backup. Your name is high on the building. You don't address it. Look at us and the important civic work that we do. You don't address it. You don't hold people accountable. You don't look at neighborhoods and say, what are you doing? Why are you allowing this? People know who was involved in this, and they will never, ever, ever be discussed, be shown to the police. Here you go. And I sound like a broken record because this isn't the first time we've had this conversation, and sickly, it won't be the last. Jeremy Scott in for Matt Bear in the traffic center. What's going on?
Tony, we're still watching this crash on the city's north side, actually north of 465 on US 31. You're heavy from 106 all the way over to 116th Street. 2 your left lanes are blocked. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaim their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
20 ribeyes for $35. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at 2 locations in Indianapolis going on now. 20 ribeyes for only $35 at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Just look for the big truck. Also in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Brookville Road and South Arlington Avenue. Also on the big truck is cases of T-bones, fillets, New York strips, burgers, and a whole lot more. Big truck sale. Marinated chicken breasts too. Don't wait. Big steak sale at 2 different locations at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Also in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Brookville Road and South Arlington Avenue. 20 ribeyes for just $35. Don't wait. Everything must go. Big truck sale. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Also in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Brookville Road and South Arlington Avenue. Get there before the truck is gone.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Jeff Chapman here. Your home has a lot of systems. We cover them all. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, and now electrical. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman. ChapmanHeating.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what some people are saying about the violence that happened this weekend in Indianapolis, what police are saying about a shooting at a McDonald's, what the Colts had to say after their victory in Tennessee. Those stories and more after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
Mourning her husband, forgiving his killer. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do.
Erica Kirk addressing a massive memorial service for her husband, Charlie.
A packed house here inside State Farm Stadium and an overflow arena nearby as people honored Charlie Kirk, his life, and his accomplishments of just 31 short years, creating a movement and unleashing a revival that people who loved him say will go on.
The assassin failed in his quest because Charlie's message has not been silenced. It now is bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
President Trump saying there's a spiritual realignment happening and calls it only the beginning.
That's Fox's Jeff Manasso in Glendale, Arizona. The president also made news at the memorial, bringing up something else, telling the crowd he plans a major medical announcement today, purporting to reveal a cause of autism.
So we won't let it happen anymore. And how to get at least somewhat better when you have it.
Also later today, the president will fly to New York, where the United Nations General Assembly is starting. He'll address world leaders there tomorrow. The trial resumes this morning for the man charged in the second Trump assassination attempt. And Ryan Ruth, who's defending himself, will take the lead after the prosecution rested its case last week.
He's been trying to convey to the jury that his character is nonviolent and kind. We saw this during cross-examinations, and we expect to see it today when Ruth plans to call only 3 witnesses in his defense. Now, this includes 2 character witnesses, someone he was a mentor over and a former co-worker.
Fox's Dana Marie McNichol outside the federal court in Fort Pierce, Florida. Some people in the San Francisco area woke up with a jolt after an early morning earthquake, magnitude 4.3. No reports yet of any damage. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What people are saying about violence happening in Indianapolis. Nothing on radar. 68 degrees in downtown. High of 70 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. The weekend violence in Indianapolis has people on edge. John Herrick with the story.
It is sad because, somebody lost their family member, their brother or sister.
One of those people is Victoria Holmes. She was driving home Saturday night when she passed the scene of a shooting on Indy's northeast side. Later, she spoke to Wish TV.
A lot of people are getting hurt now, just trying to go out and have fun. And it's just over petty reasons. Like, you're going to find out later in the story it was over something really petty and no motive at all to throw your life away like that.
Both Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett and City County Council Majority Leader Maggie Lewis say they are saddened and angered by the violence. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Shots fired at a McDonald's this weekend on the north side of Indianapolis. Police say they had to discharge their weapons. They were called about 6:30 after they spoke with the person who worked at McDonald's and said somebody tried to kill her.
Officers returned to the suspect. A struggle ensued. During the struggle, a firearm was discharged inside the business. This led to an officer-involved shooting. The suspect was not struck by gunfire. Neither were the officers.
MPD Deputy Chief Tanya Terry says officers chased the man down and eventually arrested him. Last night in Zionsville,
you raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
a candlelight vigil for political activist Charlie Kirk, who was murdered in Utah on a debate stage.
It is a spiritual battle. Fight as Charlie did. How did he fight? The Word of God. He uses the Word of God. And we must focus on what really matters.
There have been several vigils for Kirk ever since he was murdered in Utah. The latest happening last night in Zionsville. Also one in IU earlier in the week, and one here at Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. The Colts are 3-0 for the first time since 2009 after beating the Tennessee Titans on Sunday 41-20. Jonathan Taylor carried the ball and ran for 102 yards and 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns on the ground. The offensive line paved the way for him. It was a hell of a job up front. Warren leading, and then obviously 2-8 breaking the tackles and getting through there for the big run. It was fun. It was like old school smash mouth football.
And the Colts played the LA Rams on the road Sunday. And the 4-0 IU Hoosier football team ranked 11th in the latest AP Top 25 poll after a big win against Illinois. And they play Iowa on the road Saturday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Jeremy Scott.
Well, Ryan, some problems. If you're traveling through Hamilton County at the US 31 northbound jam-packed from 106 all the way over to 116th Street, 2 left lanes are blocked with the crash. Now southbound, left lane is blocked there to assist with that northbound crash. Other than that, 65 northbound tight from Raymond into the south split. That's all due to construction. The rest of your roads are looking good, but if you are traveling from the west and the northwest, expect some of that wet precipitation to be falling, making roads just a little bit slick. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage for a limited time. Get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Jeremy Scott with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. Mostly cloudy skies today, some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms on and off throughout the day today. We will look for a high temperature right around 75. Clouds continue tonight. Possibility of a few showers as well, with lows falling to 64. And more rain chances head this way on Tuesday. We'll look for a partly cloudy sky. Spotty showers possible in the afternoon with highs near 78. And more rain will be likely on Wednesday, and I think it's going to be a little bit cooler as well, with high temperatures on Wednesday only around 73.
That is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Tara, thank you. Appreciate it. 66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:06.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
The Colts 41, the Tennessee Titans 20. And my only argument is it shouldn't have been that close. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. JMV joins us. He is the voice of sports in Indiana from 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan. This game said to me that first, the Tennessee Titans are a gigantic hot mess. The Colts offense has figured out how to have a game-managing quarterback who's also got some pretty good wheels. Let's not forget to run the ball and run the ball often. But this defense is not great. Good, but not great. That was my takeaway from this game. You want to start on the offensive side or the defensive side of the ball there, JMV?
Well, I'll stay with what you really didn't like a lot, even in that blowout win by the Colts on the road against a division rival, and it is the defense. And we'll be watching that secondary, obviously with the injuries as the week progresses and you go to Southern California on Sunday, Tony, but they have to start getting some edge pressure. They have to start getting after the quarterback a little bit. And if you remember, you and I had this conversation at the beginning of the season about the edge pressure needs to come from Latu, and it needs to be more consistent. Hopefully he's going to be able to play off of, what was a rookie season. And I know he missed last week, played yesterday, but they have to find that consistent pressure someplace. I think we already understand that the linebackers have not been prioritized, so there's not a great deal of hope about, how much upgrade you're going to get at linebacker at that position. But they have to find a more consistent way and means of getting after the quarterback, because these better quarterbacks, these better teams, these better offenses are going to beat them if you don't. So that was my lone takeaway defensively, was that has to somehow, some way be found, and hopefully at some point this season it will.
But you're discussing this as linebackers. That's where you see the issue. Is this
No. Yeah, the linebacker, Tony's a little bit different. The linebackers, more against the run. I think, like yesterday, I don't know how you felt watching this game. I felt if Tennessee maybe would have ran the ball a little bit more, they were going to find more success. They didn't. They put it on the shoulders of their rookie quarterback, and he made some mistakes. They made a ton of mistakes because, it was just a penalty show for them. But that concerns me. I just don't think it's something that really, one, Lou Anarumo cares about at linebacker, because he does not focus in on that position. And two, I don't think it's anything they're going to be able to add an addition to, on this defense. But
I think it's interesting that you're discussing. I think you're discussing the idea that the issue you see is against the run game as opposed to any level of secondary issue.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Well, the secondary issue is going to be dealt with because they've got some injuries here. But, yeah, against the run, I think they're going to be vulnerable more further down the road, because I just don't know if they have what, helps them out at linebacker. But you have to find a solution to getting after the quarterback. That's an absolute have to, more consistently speaking.
Talking to JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana. Let's take it to the offensive side of the ball here, which is Daniel Jones, 18 for 25, 228 yards, also 27 yards rushing the ball. This is what I think we've been looking for. Somebody who isn't trying to do too much, but what he does with accuracy. Move the ball down the field, hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor, let those big fat guys up front do their job. Please don't tell them I called them fat. I don't want to get hurt. And that's the ball game. He seems to be a guy who understands this concept of management.
No, 100%. through 3 games, he's been absolutely what they don't, but not only want right now, Tony, but what they've been looking for. And we'll see how that evolves, and hopefully it continues down that path. But that's 100% what they have been looking for that position. And I can tell you this, he's more of a gunslinger when he's turned loose than I thought he was going to be, right? I mean, yesterday he was just leaning on what was given, and what was going to be given was a lot of things from Tennessee, especially on the ground. But he's more of a throw it down the field and doing that, as you mentioned, accurately than I think a lot of us thought. But through 3 games, with all the quarterback situations that Colts fans have been through over the years, the handful of years in the past here, he has been absolutely perfect for them. And again, hopefully that continues down that right path, because that's exactly what everybody's been looking for.
Is it fair to say that these first 3 games have been, I don't want to say easy. Easy is never the right word, but a warm-up, and that the busy stuff, the tough stuff is ahead as they head to Los Angeles, where the Rams take that vicious loss to the Eagles. Talk about giving away a game here. Is that what we're seeing?
Yeah, if you remember that old school 80s video game Punch-Out, and your talent that you're fighting against escalates, that's what you're talking about right there. From the start to where you're going to get to, and the Rams are going to be the best team you face so far. Tony, they got beat yesterday, really a bad beat from a gambling standpoint on that block kick that would have won them the game. That ended up Philly won the game and taking that back to the house. But when you think about it, this team and the Rams in Southern California is going to be the best team they have played so far this season, from an offensive angle and from a defensive angle. I mean, you look across the board what they have offensively. Jared Verse is very good defensively for the Rams as well. Southern California, this is going to be the biggest test we have seen so far, and it's just kind of the escalation of the season to this point. But, yeah, you're right to view it that way, because that's exactly how it has been for the Colts to this point.
JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana, on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Catch him over there starting at 3 p.m. Appreciate it, man. Go do your thing. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hey, it's Rob. And, fall can be the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before the weather turns cold. And if your windows are old, drafty, or just plain inefficient, now is the time to finally do something about it, because Universal Windows Direct has an incredible September offer. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit. So whether you need 4 or 14, you only pay for half. And to make it even easier, you'll get 0% financing for 3 years. So no interest, no pressure. And here's a bonus you'll love. $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule now. So let's review. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. 0% financing for 3 years, and $500 off your entire home improvement project. Some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate today, call 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574, or check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
Hey, September is here, which means the kids are back at school again. Football is back, but did you know September is also Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and AAA Hoosier Motor Club would love it if you help support cancer research at Riley Hospital for Children, which serves more than 300 new pediatric cancer patients each year. Think about that number. I don't like that number, but we are thankful that Riley Hospital for Children is here to take care of your kids.
Get all the same member benefits like discounted zoo tickets, exclusive access to the AAA Tailgate Lounge at Ruoff Music Center, and the peace of mind that comes with their award-winning roadside assistance, all while supporting children with cancer at the same time. It's a win-win. To join or renew AAA, visit AAA.com, call 844-GO-AAA-GO, or stop by your local AAA office. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing? No, Matt's out today. Jeremy Scott, what's going on?
Oh, that's a long list of things Matt Bear could be doing right now. A lot of our problems are just north of town, including on US 31 northbound, where you're still heavy from 106 to 116th. That's all due to a crash to the two left lanes. They had the left lane closed southbound, but that's been reopened. Also on the northwest side, we're watching construction delays on 465 northbound from 86 to just before Michigan. Left lane is closed there until Wednesday morning at 6. You're also seeing a full closure of the ramp from 865 eastbound to 465 eastbound. You're forced southbound on the 465. You'll use the 86th Street exit as an alternate. Also, 65 northbound heavy from Raymond to the South Split. Traffic is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Just a poor boy, though my story is seldom told. I squandered.
The Popcorn Moment brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's in your four walls, Booher Remodeling. Yeah, they're the call. They're the people you call to have a kitchen that actually works for you and your family. Something that's modern, something that's updated, something that has the space. They've got the best craftsmen. They utilize the best materials, the highest quality brand names you know and trust. So you're not getting anything that's fly-by-night. When you talk to Booher Remodeling, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com, you're dealing with professionals over 2 decades in Central Indiana. People who have worked in my home and will still work in my home. These are people you can trust, and they have built a reputation of providing value. Absolutely. They guide you through the entire process with that free initial consultation. It starts there, and their 5-step design process takes you through everything. So you know what's happening every step of the way, so you are confident and there is no stress. Booher Remodeling delivers quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. Talk to Booher Remodeling today about your kitchen, about your bathroom, about your basement. I don't know what your project is, but you have an idea. Let Booher help you make that a reality. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. B-O-O-H-E-R. BooherRemodeling.com. The Popcorn Moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn, because there is so much more. I will, on Tony Katz today, dig into this story about Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania. Because as we discussed some of the maddening comments of Kamala Harris, the former vice president, regarding Joe Biden in this book that she wrote called 107 Days, and she's throwing people under the bus. It's really ugly. It is. I don't know if she understands, which is not surprising, the level of horrible that she looks and vindictive. Why didn't you discuss these problems with Joe Biden before? You would have picked Pete Buttigieg as your running mate, but he was just too gay. I mean, she didn't call him too gay, but that's what you said. He was gay, and America couldn't accept that. Holy cow. I don't like Pete Buttigieg at all. He doesn't deserve that. That is an awful thing. I mean, it's the same conversation as not picking Shapiro. He wasn't too ambitious. We know why. She puts in the book, too ambitious. Good Lord. And Shapiro is taking her to task, and there's a really bigger story in here. And I'll get to that, but there is no bigger story than Erica Kirk, the wife of the late Charlie Kirk, and how she presented herself at this memorial service. The accolades are real and deserved. And so part of what she said right here, listen.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man.
She proceeds, does Erica Kirk, with absolute grace and absolute dignity in a way that is kind of hard to, you really should see it. She does what those who follow, those who are believers, are taught to forgive. You and I may not even understand how that is possible. Others may not even believe that she could do it. But she did.
I forgive him.
$70,000 people on their feet. 70,000 people. The fair majority with tears in their eyes.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us. The world needs Turning Point USA. It needs a group that will point young people away from the path of misery and sin. It needs something that will lead people away from hell in this world and in the next. It needs young people pointed in the direction of truth and beauty. And so I promise you today, every part of our work will become greater. I am tremendously honored to be the new CEO of Turning Point USA. I do not take that lightly. Charlie and I were united in purpose. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
Say what you will about Turning Point USA. Say what you will about Charlie Kirk. The vast majority of what has been said is horrific from those people who disagree, that couldn't just disagree. It's been a real showing of a level of ugliness. But make no mistake, and I now engage this part of it politically, the left has absolutely no counter for any of this. There's not a single person in Indiana, no leftist member of the Indiana Democratic Party, no progressive that has a counter to this. They've got squawkings on Twitter, and that is all. Jasmine Crockett and Representative Ocasio-Cortez have no answer for this except for you to send your kids to indoctrination factories and pay for them to be taught to hate you. That is it. That is it. This from Erica Kirk. In its tone, in its temperament, in its honesty, in its clearly taken by the audience sincerity, is just remarkable. And it seems that she's going to put her energy and her angers, if you will, into this and into this work. Election day is November 3rd, 2026. And I will bet you any amount of money right now, we might see some pretty fascinating turnout. Matt Bear is out today. Jeremy Scott has traffic.
Well, Tony, still dealing with this issue on the north end of the metro. US 31 northbound at 116th Street. Left lane is blocked with a crash. We're seeing slight delays as you're going through there. Actually, just finding out that's cleared. So all lanes open northbound US 31 at 116th. On the northwest side, you're seeing delays on 465 northbound from 86 around the corner to just before Michigan. Left lane is blocked there with construction. Going to be that way until Wednesday. Because of that, the 865 eastbound ramp to 465 eastbound is closed to alleviate some of that traffic. Speaking of traffic, it's sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule a free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, producer Allison here. Big Monday Hammer and Nigel show with Monday Gun Day. Michael Paul Hart stops by before his big council vote. And, of course, Moonshine Monday. The fun starts at 3 o'clock here on 93 WIBC.
We've got winter storms that will be coming. Snow that's going to be sitting on your roof. And when it melts, it's going to cause your roof a problem if your roof has cracks or leaks. If you haven't had it checked for damage, you should talk to Moss Roofing today. Family owned right here in central Indiana for over 30 years. Moss Roofing gives you something that is very hard to find these days. Honest work and peace of mind. Moss Roofing offers free inspections. I'm talking about a true thorough checkup of your roof, your siding, your gutters, your windows. And if there's storm damage, if there's any damage, something small now that could be something very large later, they're going to show you the photos, explain it to you, and they'll even work with your insurance company for you. No stress, no pressure, just real professionals doing the job right every single time. They love that. They love that pun. I love Moss Roofing. You will too. Protect your home and avoid bigger problems later. Talk to Moss Roofing today. 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665 or online at Moss, MOSS, mossroofing.com.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The most extraordinary thing a woman can do is let herself be human. We try to do it all, sure, but what if we're just not feeling it? Like when the fatigue hits, but you gotta bring snacks to the soccer game? Or when the laundry's piling up, but that hot flash says, too bad. We get it. Franciscan Health has care for extraordinary women who can do it all, but don't have to. Visit franciscanhealth.org/OBGYN today.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Jim Scott is the owner, and he says they stand behind their work just like American Standard stands behind their equipment.
You give everybody a 3-year labor warranty, and then the manufacturer gives 10 years. So, yeah, people are pretty well set.
If you're in Clinton, Boone, or Hamilton County, call Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, 765-601-1461. Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Truck drivers and owner-operators, there's never been a better time to team up at Schneider. We have more team-friendly loads than ever, including express delivery parcel freight that offers great miles with no delays to keep the wheels turning. Plus, for a limited time, company team drivers may be eligible for a sign-on bonus of up to $16,000. Owner-operator teams may qualify for a $10,000 incentive. Explore team driver positions at SchneiderJobs.com and search team contracting jobs at SchneiderOwnerOperators.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Honoring the life of political activist Charlie Kirk. Nothing on radar, 69 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick from Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
Through all the pain, never before have I found as much comfort as I now do in the words of our Lord's Prayer, "Thy will be done."
Thousands of people on Sunday gathered at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. That is the widow of Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk, also the CEO of Turning Point USA, speaking to more than 60,000 people at the memorial. Also, J.D. Vance, vice president, shared his thoughts.
He transformed the face of conservatism in our own time, and in doing so, he changed the course of American history.
And President Trump was the final speaker on Sunday.
On that terrible day, September 10th, 2025, our greatest evangelist for American liberty became immortal.
Organizers say more than 100,000 people came out to honor Charlie Kirk, filling State Farm Stadium and spilling over into an overflow area across the street where the memorial service was streamed. A man named Roy Lee Ward is seeking clemency ahead of his scheduled execution for the 2001 rape and murder of a 15-year-old girl named Stacy Payne in Spencer County in 2001. Ward, who had been convicted and sentenced to death twice for the crime, is set to die by lethal injection on October 10th. He remains one of 6 inmates on Indiana's death row following the state's recent resumption of executions after a 15-year pause. Hoosiers in Indianapolis say they're tired of violence like what they saw this past weekend. John Herrick explains.
Victoria Holmes says she was on the northeast side of Indy Saturday night when she passed by where the police were investigating one of the several shootings they had to deal with. Holmes tells Wish TV she wouldn't be shocked if many of these instances began with silly, petty arguments because she's seen a lot of that.
I just think people should just, think before they, take an action that's going to mess up the rest of their life.
Indianapolis City County Council Majority Leader Maggie Lewis called the weekend violence senseless, and she says community cooperation is essential to bring those responsible to justice. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And Demon Slayer Infinity Castle holding the top spot at the weekend box office.
Demon Slayer Infinity Castle continues to slay the weekend box office. The anime smash pulling in $17.3 million in domestic ticket sales in its second week to snag the top spot.
最終局面という言葉が何度も頭をよぎる。
Jordan Peele's Him debuts in second place, slightly behind expectations with $13.5 million. The sports thriller follows a football player training to be the greatest of all time. Third place goes to The Conjuring Last Rites, adding another $13 million in its third weekend of release. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
And sports on WIBC, the Indianapolis Colts are 3-0 for the first time in 16 years, beating the Tennessee Titans on Sunday 41-20. Quarterback Daniel Jones throwing for 228 yards and a touchdown.
Obviously, we're running it well. JT, had another big-time day. I think huge credit to him and how he's been playing. And then the guys up front, and they're blocking. And the run game's been big. And then guys are getting open and making plays in the pass game.
And Jones talked about running back Jonathan Taylor, who ran for 102 yards and scored 3 touchdowns. The Colts take on the L.A. Rams Sunday. Kelsey Mitchell scored a playoff career-high 34 points to lead the Indiana Fever past the Las Vegas Aces Sunday, 89-73 in Game 1 of the WNBA semifinals. Here's head coach Stephanie White.
They're champions for a reason. We knew that they were going to make runs. They made a big one in the third, and we responded with a big one. I'm proud of our team. It's one game. It's a long series. But to come in here and to be able to steal this one was big for us.
And the Aces were fully healthy. The Fever had 6 players out. Game 2 Tuesday night in Vegas. And IU jumps 8 spaces to number 11 in the latest AP Top 25 poll after routing Illinois 63-10 on Saturday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Jeremy Scott.
All right, we got a new problem on the south side, 65 northbound heavy from Keystone to before the south split. That's all because of a crash off to the side in the construction zone. We'll stay on the east side where 465 northbound is heavy from 74 into Washington. On the city's northwest side, you're seeing delays on 465 northbound from 86 around the corner to just before Michigan through the roadwork zone in the left lane. That should be there till Wednesday. Also on the northeast side, 69 southbound heavy from 116th into 465. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors, a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
As our loved ones age, ensuring their safety at home becomes a top priority. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. I'll be right back with some practical things you can do to reduce the possibility of a fall or injury.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
Removing tripping hazards such as rugs and floor clutter is one way to prevent or minimize falls around the home. Another is to position grab bars in the restroom and other common areas where your loved one may need some extra support. Contact your local area agency on aging to inquire about low-cost or free installation services. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access the library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
Trust our family to take care of your family. Call us today for our family maintenance plan at 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, who wants to sit on John Cena? No? Yes? Maybe? Huh. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show, I find myself on the Facebook marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, all sorts of stuff. It is all there on the marketplace. The marketplace brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, free to use. Go check it out for yourself. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. I would ask Matt Bear, but he's out today. He's back later this week. He's on assignment. Don't ask. We had ourselves over the weekend WrestlePalooza, which I'm glad all of that has come to Indianapolis, and Gamebridge was, of course, the sellout that you would expect. And spoiler alert, the jorts did not save John Cena in this one. That's all I'm going to say. I've said too much. But I guess there were chairs, Matt Bear. And not Matt Bear, producer Carl, because Matt Bear's out today. I'm just so used to Matt Bear. There were these chairs that read, the back of the chair is just like a steel chair that you could whack somebody with. It said WrestlePalooza, Indianapolis, and it gave the date. The first time ever on ESPN, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And then on the seat, there's an image of John Cena's face, an image of Brock Lesnar's face. It says Cena on the left side, Lesnar on the right side, and then you sit on them. That's the chair. And first of all, we all agree, awkward, right?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to, oh my. But as a matter of collector's edition, if you're a wrestling guy, you want this in your home. Like, I don't know if you're going to hang it up. I don't know if you're going to, like let people use it. But this is, if you are a wrestling freak, this is what you want. This chair is being sold. It says, cool chair, brand new. John Cena farewell tour against Lesnar. Cash only, $400.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wait, what do you mean it's crazy?
Is it? I can't see it. It's not posted.
Oh, I didn't post it?
No.
Oh, gosh, sorry. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Now it is. Now it's posted. I apologize. I didn't hit post. Oh, gosh, I should have shown up to rehearsal. Do you see it now?
Yeah, I see it.
So
$400, that's outrageous. It's just a fold-out chair.
Yeah, it's a metal folding chair, but it's padded. It's padded so you could sit on John Cena and Brock Lesnar in comfort.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. So you're saying no for $400?
No.
All right. I think someone's going to buy this for $400.
Let's see.
I think this is sold by the end of the week. Keep an eye on this. We will watch. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed.
Now more than ever,
We have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Why do so many foundation, basement, and crawl space companies ask for half your money up front? Could it be because that's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they believe trust is earned, not demanded. That's why they do things differently. They start with a free inspection, no strings attached, to give you an honest assessment of what your home needs. No pressure, no surprises. When it's time for the work, they don't ask for a deposit or any upfront payment. Not a single dollar until the job is complete and you're 100% satisfied. That's how they've been earning trust for over 39 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last. Don't trust just anyone with your home. Choose the company that puts your trust first. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY today. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation, building trust beneath your feet. Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 17% off, restrictions apply, and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, or gutterhelmetindy.com, and never clean your gutters again.
Traffic on the 5s. Jeremy Scott in for Matt Bear today. What's happening?
Well, Tony, we're still watching this big delay on 65 northbound on the city south side. You're heavy from Keystone to before the south split to crash takes out the shoulder through the construction zone. So you're already restricted with one lane taken out. Why not take out a shoulder to have everybody look at the crash? Give yourself a little bit of extra time through there. Also on the east side, 465 northbound heavy, 74 to Washington with 69 southbound delays. 116th into 465. You're also seeing delays on the northwest side on 465 northbound from 86th Street all the way around the corner to just before Michigan with construction in the left lane. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors, a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Guys, Hammer and Nigel here. This fall sports season, it's game on at Synergen X and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? They've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events.
Get fit like an MVP at Synergen X and Low T Center. Book that free TRT consultation and you will automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia, tickets to your favorite local sporting events. Winners are selected every week. Female patients, you're eligible too. Book right now at TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com. Book a free TRT consultation and be an MVP where your health is concerned, and you might be a winner. TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Jeff Chapman here. Your home has a lot of systems. We cover them all. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, and now electrical. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman. ChapmanHeating.com.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to RapidRadios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Game day starts with the Colts Ultimate Tailgate. Join WIBC October 12th at 9:30 a.m. at the Slippery Noodle for drink specials, games, prizes, and all the pregame fun you can handle. Don't miss Indy's Game Day Kickoff Party. More details at WIBC.com.
I hear the train a-coming, it's rolling around a bend, and
I only make the argument that none of this matters if November 3rd, 2026 comes and you lose the House of Representatives. None of it matters. I am somewhat not sure of what we're talking about if we're not addressing this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. There is, in the aftermath of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, these two things happening. And some people will say the only thing that matters here is that people are getting closer to God and nothing else will matter. I am not one of those people. There's a whole theory about the idea. I've talked about this in regards to what goes on in Israel. You know, if you live in Israel, you have to be a part of the military. And then there's these ultra-Orthodox who are excused from doing so. And there's this belief that they shouldn't even have to fight. And then there's this belief that they don't support Israel at all, yet they live there and they take the protection there, but they don't fight. And their belief is that their study of the Torah, their study of the Bible, that is what matters. And there are some who absolutely support this point of view. My argument is I have no issue with the study. But if you're not willing to deal with the barbarian at the gate, chances are you're not going to study for long. My point being that it is more probable than not that two things have to happen at the same time. And if we're going to argue the very concept of sacrifice, well, then wouldn't that be part of it? It's hard to imagine the idea that people are attending Charlie Kirk's memorial service. 70,000 people, millions of people watched. It's unfathomable. Yet here you are witnessing it. And people who maybe didn't have faith are seeing this and saying, oh, this is what he was about. And they're looking at this and saying, this furthers where I'm at. There's a lot of different and compelling reactions taking place here. And maybe it does lead people to saying, you know what? I don't know about this progressivism that I keep being told about. What does this do for the soul? This is emptiness. This is anger. This is division. This is madness. These people they're forgiving murderers. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe there's something I want to be a part of here. Maybe there is something that will quite literally fill the emptiness. And we should be clear that emptiness is destructive. A life without purpose is destructive, whether that purpose is religious in nature, faith in nature, or otherwise. To not have purpose is to be empty, is to be broken. I simply say, and I believe myself to be accurate here, and I am unworried about whoever is going to now scream at me on social media, that it must include an action to ensure and preserve, to conserve. In a world of populists, I don't mind saying I'm a conservative. I'll take whatever yelling comes my way. It doesn't move me in any way. If you're going to see people move to faith, zero issue with me. Move to Christianity. Go right ahead. Be happy. Find joy in what you can. We can have conversations all you want about organized religion and its value happily, without question. Listen, I'm a guy who has read, or I should say watched as much of Christopher Hitchens as the next guy. I don't know if he's right, but he ain't wrong. And I'm up for those conversations, and I value them in my own personal back and forth. But there's absolutely a movement that's going on here. My point is, if you don't win elections, the attacks continue. If you don't win elections, it's harder to keep the nation that allows for the free exercise of these things. And we should be clear, it gets tougher with a party in power that wants to call Charlie Kirk these names that are not true, that wants to call you these names that are not true, that actively and proactively went after Christians and went after churches while Joe Biden was in office. The facts cannot be denied. Winning elections matters. And I will say it and keep saying it, that if we do not win in November of 2026, November 3rd, I believe, is election day for these midterms, it won't matter. These people screaming about Charlie Kirk, screaming about you, calling you names, wanting to kill you, and continuing the killing. We'll talk about that wedding in New Hampshire. They cannot be allowed to have power. They have to lose. We have to turn out. And we are the free and thinking people. They are the progressives who are pushing an ugly screed on America. Our policies are better. Our point of view is better. We have to persuade. We have to win. Keep the faith. Matt Bear is out today. Jeremy Scott has traffic.
Well, Tony's are on the south side. We're 65 northbound, I should say. Heavy from Keystone to before the south split with a crash off to the side. Also getting heavier on the northeast side on 69 southbound from 116th to 465. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com or visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We still have plenty of days left to enjoy our backyard spaces. It's Terry Stacy, and thanks to Premier Deck Coating, our deck is protected from the harsh environment fall and winter bring. Harsh because our deck is surrounded by black walnut trees, so nuts have always stained our deck. We just don't have that problem anymore because of Premier Deck Coating. Our 25-year-old deck looks brand new, and it's not. Locally owned Premier Deck Coating is the ultimate deck protection. Their special formulated product repels mold and moisture, scratch resistant, all backed by a 10-year guarantee. Premier Deck Coating takes care of sanding the wood. They repair the damaged boards in preparation before they apply the special formulated coating. They can also do the same for pergolas and fences. You truly will be thrilled with the results. No more painting year after year, easy to take care of, and that saves time and money. Premier Deck Coating, the ultimate deck protection. There's still time to get you on the schedule before the year ends. For a free quote, visit PremierDeckCoating.com.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store, and ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Fall in Indy, and if you hate the paint, do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home was built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint, and the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house, and all the pillars and everything. And once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
With Rhino Shield's 25-year transferable warranty, you'll never have to paint your home again. And right now, you can have Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and if you don't want to paint the house, that would be the way to go.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease, $2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what forecasters are saying about rain chances, what police are saying about a shooting at a McDonald's on the city's north side this weekend, and what some people are saying about violence that happened across Indy after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis on a Monday morning. It's 8 o'clock.
tribute to Charlie Kirk 11 days after his murder. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
The assassin failed in his quest because Charlie's message has not been silenced. It now is bigger and better and stronger than ever before.
President Trump at a massive memorial service in Arizona. Fox's Jeff Manasso was there.
Tens of thousands of people from across the country came together Sunday for church and a faith revival here in Glendale, where in powerful and emotional words, Charlie Kirk's widow Erica said of her husband's killer,
"That man, I forgive him."
She now carries the torch as head of TPUSA, vowing that campus tours will continue this month.
The alleged murderer is due back in court next Monday. This morning, the suspect in the second Trump assassination attempt last year returns to a federal court in Florida. Ryan Ruth will start presenting his own defense at trial. Representing himself, he only has 3 approved witnesses to call. Back to the president, he also announced that the Kirk Memorial, he plans a major medical announcement today, purporting to detail a cause for autism.
Their findings are expected to warn pregnant women against using Tylenol unless they have high fevers. Researchers at Mount Sinai found children exposed to acetaminophen during pregnancy may be more likely to develop neurodevelopmental disorders like autism and ADHD. But another study from the Journal of the American Medical Association in 2024 concluded the opposite, stating using the drug while pregnant was not associated with an increased risk of autism.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Today, President Trump will go to the UN. Tomorrow, he'll address world leaders there as Australia, Britain, and Canada join other countries recognizing a Palestinian state as Israel's war rages in Gaza. French President Emmanuel Macron tells CBS Face the Nation it's
the only way to provide a political solution to a situation which has to stop.
Israel opposes a Palestinian state recognition. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What forecasters are saying about rain chances. Rain moving into downtown Indianapolis from the south. Right now it's 65 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:02. John Herrick reports on what forecasters are saying about rain chances throughout the week.
There are chances for rain across the state every day this week. That's the message from Aaron Updike. He's a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis.
It's not impossible to see an isolated strong storm, but majority, if not all of these storms, should be just of the general thunderstorm variety.
He believes the rain will be heaviest in southern Indiana and then be weaker the further north you go. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Early Sunday morning, a shooting on Indy's northwest side killed 2 men and left several others injured.
A lot of people are getting hurt now, just trying to go out and have fun. And it's just over petty reasons. Like, you're going to find out later in the story it was over something really petty and no motive at all to throw your life away like that.
Victoria Holmes speaking with Wish TV.
I just think people should just, think before they, take an action that's going to mess up the rest of their life.
And police say the violence happened in a parking lot. Around 2 a.m., officers found 5 people shot at the scene. A 6th person walked to a fire station nearby. A 7th walked into a hospital. Brian Edwards is facing a preliminary charge of attempted murder and battery on a cop after police say he got into a dispute at a McDonald's on Saturday, prompting officers to fire their weapons.
No members were injured during this incident, and detectives are confident there is no ongoing threat to the community.
That's IMPD Deputy Chief Tanya Terry speaking with the press on Saturday after the shooting. The Colts are 3-0 for the first time since 2009.
Great team win. We talked about being relentless and disciplined for 60 minutes this week. That was the focus. I thought our guys came out and did that. I thought our offensive line did a hell of a job protecting, giving up no sacks. Our defense getting 4.
Head coach Shane Steichen speaking after the 41-20 win in Nashville against the Tennessee Titans. It's on to L.A. for the Colts, who take on the L.A. Rams on Sunday. And Notre Dame punished Purdue on Saturday. Here's Len Clark.
The Irish only ran 63 plays, yet piled up 56 points, averaging nearly 9 yards every snap. Quarterback C.J. Carr threw just 12 passes and accounted for 223 yards, while Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price combined for 5 rushing touchdowns and a kickoff return that felt like a lightning strike. This wasn't football by volume. It was football by precision, and for the first time this season, the Irish showed what happens when execution meets explosiveness. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indiana Fever are just a couple of wins away from the WNBA Finals after beating the Las Vegas Aces in Game 1 of the semifinals, 89-73 on Sunday. Game 2 Tuesday night in Vegas. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Jeremy Scott.
Well, for the time being, Ryan, it is nice and dry, but we are hearing reports of a new crash in the east side Martinsdale, Brightwood neighborhood at 25th and Ralston. Still dealing with crash cleanup investigation, 65 northbound just before I-70. You're heavy all the way back in pockets from before 465. Now, we'll stay on the east side where 465 northbound is heavy from Brookville to Washington, I-70 all the way over to Pendleton Pike. Big delays on 69 southbound, 116th into 465, and we're still seeing some road work delays on 465 northbound on the northwest side from 86 around the corner into Michigan. That left lane there is taken out until Wednesday, and you have no access from eastbound 865 to eastbound 465. That project wraps up at 6 on Wednesday morning. Traffic is sponsored by Freegee and Freegee Auctioneers. Freegee and Freegee Auctioneers presents a big boy toy auction September 26th at noon and September 27th at 10 a.m. Hosted by Auto Dealers Exchange and sponsored by the John Jones Auto Group. License number AC312-00002. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got mostly cloudy skies out there and rain just off to the west of the Indy metro area. This is going to move in here within the next hour or so, and we'll look for on and off showers and even a few thunderstorms throughout the day today. We'll look for high temperatures right around 75. Mostly cloudy skies tonight. The rain begins to come to an end. We'll see lows fall to 64. Could see maybe a little bit of patchy fog. And then on Tuesday, partly cloudy, more rain chances possible with highs near 78. And a little bit cooler on Wednesday. Cloudy, some showers, and even a few thunderstorms possible with highs near 73.
That right there is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Thank you, Tara. 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard Air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
It's a restaurant kind of day. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. First, a really cool story about Clancy's Hospitality over there at the IBJ, where they are going to be coming to Noblesville and opening a spot called The Pretender, inspired by Japanese kissa lounges. I'm sorry, this is something new to me. Walk me through it. Did I say hello? Did I say hello? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Find everything at TonyKatz.com. So the idea here is that I guess it's a bar, but it caters to audiophiles. But it's not a karaoke bar. What is this? This is a very, conceptually, it's a high fidelity listening bar. So for the people who are really into it, reel-to-reel players will be there playing the music. I love this stuff conceptually. I love the idea that there are people willing to put up their dollars to cater to specific moments of joy and say, this is our audience and this is the kind of quirk and it's cool. It's so, and you're like, Tony, it's in Noblesville. I don't live in Noblesville. That is not the point nor the argument. The point is, the more of these kinds of things, the better, because the more people see Central Indiana's the place to do cool stuff. Cool stuff is good stuff. This is excellent news. Now, downtown, of course, you've got the overhaul from Hendricks Commercial Properties of Circle Center Mall. They're redoing the thing. Can't wait. So they're going to build, or they want to build, right where Harry and Izzy's is. They want to build a hotel. somewhere between 120 and 180 seats. Mickey Shuey has got the story there at the IBJ. So the plan is to move Harry and Izzy's, or in order to move Harry and Izzy's and build the hotel correctly, do you also have to move St. Elmo's? That's the question. So Harry and Izzy's has 8,500 square feet. And so right now we're only talking about Harry and Izzy's. It may temporarily move to where the sugar factory was, which is a concept I never understood at all. You would need far more people there to make the sugar factory work. And then you're saying, hey, here's a piece of candy. It's $42. We're not in the $42 candy business. I never understood the mathematics of it. Then again, I don't quite understand why people go to Swig and these places that do the custom sodas, but they've proven me wrong. People will pay $5.82 or $7.47 for a soda that has no free refills. All I know is I'm in the wrong business. So we could be seeing some very interesting changes to downtown for a short while this construction happens. I am loving this look at the mall and the view. The mall, by the way, for everything we talk about the building of the Hoosier Dome and the idea of building a football stadium when we didn't have a football team, as Indianapolis did, visionary. The story of Circle Center Mall, I think, is a better story. And there's a documentary to do there. A group of business owners coming together and saying, we need a reason for people to come downtown. Let's build them all. You'll put up this, you put up this, you put up this. Okay, great, let's build it. Boop. That's an insane story. No one does that. When it was finally time to kind of like for people to be divested from the mall because they were making these moves on what to do with it after it kind of wore out its welcome a little bit and life changed and patterns changed. There were businesses that forgot that they invested in. That story is unbelievable. That's a documentary. It's a crazy, crazy story. Incredible. So these moves are happening, and I hope it leads to a much more attractive, walkable city, as long as we also engage the arts so more families can come down and don't have to be dependent on bar culture or restaurant culture in order to enjoy and spend their cash. Add a little bit of that, we go much further than we ever thought. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning.
Living with pain, arthritis, or constant inflammation is exhausting, and you don't have to settle for just managing it with addictive or dangerous drugs. Discover how to get lasting pain relief without drugs and join us for our free Holistic Integration Seminar, Root Cause Relief, Natural Solutions for Pain, Arthritis, and Inflammation, Wednesday, September 24th at 6:30 p.m. You'll hear from Dr. Robert Prather, host of the Voice of Health Radio.
The only way to fix pain is through structure function care. The disease care model is not good on a long-term type of basis.
The Holistic Integration Free Seminar, Root Cause Relief, Natural Solutions for Pain, Arthritis, and Inflammation, featuring Dr. Robert Prather, Wednesday, September 24th at 6:30 p.m. Those who attend will receive 20% off our advanced X-ray imaging. Attend in person or on Zoom. Reserve your seat by calling 317-848-8048 or online at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
With 11 locations, Tech Credit Union's Chief Information Officer, Zach Hohulin, relies heavily on applied innovation and Arctic Wolf, an AI-driven cybersecurity platform.
We've been so impressed with that platform that Applied recommended that we now have gone back repeatedly to Applied.
Being a financial institution, Applied Innovation plays a critical role protecting your members.
It's almost a new Cold War, right? You have to have cybersecurity insurance, and you have to start partnering with organizations that will step in and help you manage that.
And having Applied Innovation as your cybersecurity partner?
It makes me a lot less anxious because I'm able to sit back and know that we're in good hands and not have to worry about it. I get to sleep at night.
Don't risk your data being hacked or exposed to ransomware threats. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit applieddinnovation.com. And sleep better knowing your network's secure.
Guys, it's game on at Synergen X and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs.
Book a free TRT consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia, tickets, and more. Female patients, you can win too. Book at trtmvp.com.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear is out today. Jeremy Scott is in today. What's going on, Jeremy?
Well, Tony, we're still dealing with this crash on the east side, 25th and Ralston. Also, 65 northbound, heavy from before 465 all the way over to the south split. Everyone's looking at a crash off to the side. If you're staying on the east side, 465 northbound is heavy in pockets from Brookville all the way over to Washington. 70 westbound slow from Keystone into the north split. You're also seeing delays on 69 southbound from 116th into 465, and construction delays heavy slow down on the northwest side on 465 northbound from 86 all the way around the corner into Michigan. Left lane closed there until Wednesday morning. Traffic is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
66 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words Micro. That's pound 250, Micro.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
It was a weird message from President Trump. It was a post on social media. It says, Pam, I have reviewed over 30 statements and posts saying that essentially same old story as last time, all talk, no action, nothing being done. What about Comey, Adam Shifty Schiff, Letitia? They're all guilty as hell, but nothing is being done, unquote. I'm sorry, what am I looking at here? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The podcast for Tony Katz in the Morning News is available wherever it is you get your podcast. The good producer Carl doing the work to make sure you've got it every Monday through Friday. Be sure to subscribe wherever it is you get your podcast, Tony Katz in the Morning News. This is President Trump on Truth Social, seemingly speaking to Pam Bondi. He continues, then we almost put in a Democrat-supported U.S. attorney in Virginia with a really bad Republican past, a woke rhino who is never going to do his job. That's why two of the worst Dem senators pushed him so hard. He even lied to the media and said he quit and that we had no case. No, I fired him, and there is a great case, and many lawyers and legal pundits say so. Lindsey Halligan is a really good lawyer and likes you a lot. We can't delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility. They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times over nothing. Justice must be served now, President DJT. So there's been this weird argument that has presented itself here, that he wrote this on Truth Social, clearly a message to Pam Bondi, but I would argue that it's not a message to Pam Bondi. It's almost a rhetorical tool utilized to discuss the issue of why is it that we talk about these people and the problems, but nothing ever gets done. As many people have noted, it's been 9 months of this presidency. Are you telling me that all this talk about this one broke the law and that one broke the law and there are no charges against anybody? This is nuts. And so I looked at this and I said, okay, this is a tool that he's using, a style that he's using, a rhetorical flourish to make a point about these people and how he wants the DOJ to be making moves. Now, one could argue you don't make that public. But one should not argue that that doesn't happen. The DOJ is an independent, stop it. The Attorney General is appointed by the President of the United States, confirmed by the Senate. It's 1,000% political. Merrick Garland was Joe Biden's hand-picked Attorney General, and there was nobody more political. The man went after Christians. The man went after school board, people questioning their school board, went after parents. Let's not kid ourselves. Some people looked at this and said, this was clearly meant as a private message to Pam Bondi, and he put it publicly. You know, if Joe Biden did this, everyone would be in all sorts of uproar. Look at how his mental state is. He doesn't know the difference between a public message and a private message. Are we actually believers that Trump sent this out and meant it to be private? You think that's what this is? That he didn't know it was going to go out to everybody as a way of saying, guys, I'm on it? Because a lot of people have noticed. Also noticed that Pam Bondi has not been somebody who lives up to the hype. Really disappointing. Many people have exceeded the hype. Hegseth lives up to the hype. He has. Rubio exceeds the hype. Sean Duffy exceeds the hype. That guy has very quietly been the biggest, I think the biggest mover and shaker out there. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has not been quiet. I still would not have put him in a cabinet, but holy heck. The whole MAGA world is, or I should say Maha world, Make America Healthy Again. This stuff is working. And people are all on board. People are all on board. And there's supposed to be some announcement today regarding autism. And there was this paper, this pre-report that came out regarding the idea of the use of Tylenol. I don't know if it means acetaminophen in general, and pregnancy and autism causes. And Robert F. Kennedy, your Health and Human Services Secretary, has been making the argument that autism has these environmental factors in it, not hereditary factors in it. And we need to rethink this. There's supposed to be some announcement today. That's what President Trump teased in the speech he gave there at the Charlie Kirk Memorial. So first, no, I don't think this was meant to be private. It doesn't read that way. I think there'd be a lot more four-letter words if it was meant to be in private. I truly do. Here's number two. As for President Trump at the Charlie Kirk Memorial yesterday, it was as Trump as it could be. It had its moments that were directed and focused.
But what was even more important to Charlie than politics and service was the choice he made in the 5th grade, which he called the most important decision of his life, to become a Christian and a follower of his Savior, Jesus Christ.
I thought for the most part, Trump was fine.
As president, many people asked me for things, but Charlie was one of the few who always gave more than he took. He was a giver, much more than a taker. And no matter how big Charlie became, no one was too small for him to notice. He was good to everybody. Didn't matter.
And of course, a lot of people are noting on the concept of forgiveness that he didn't agree with Charlie.
His opponents, he wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica. But now Erica can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
There's a real difference there between the two and their points of view. And I think that if people are really discussing faith, this has to be discussed. It does. I would also say that I agree with the assessment that Erica Kirk should have spoken last because it was the most impactful. I know he's the president, but she's the widow, and it would have been my take. It would have been even stronger. There are 9 million ways to break down what took place in this memorial for Charlie Kirk, but there's one overarching. My gosh. The impact here, college age, going forward into 2026. I don't think it's too early to say that this is going to be a Charlie Kirk election. Yes, people will forget. Yes, things will fade from memory. Life is like that. But 2026 is going to be a Charlie Kirk election. You kill our people? You hate us so much you try to silence us with bullets? There's going to be no silencing. Matt Bear's out today. Jeremy Scott has traffic.
I'm still dealing with the crash on the city's east side in the Martinsdale Brightwood neighborhood, 25th and Ralston. Also big delays on 69 southbound, 116th into 465 and 465 northbound on the northwest side. Heavy 86 to pass 865 with construction in the left lane. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at drexelin.com. Visit drexelin.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Hope you have a great weekend. As usual, we'll hope for the politicians to do something stupid so we can talk about it Monday.
9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Most insurance accepted.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Retirement isn't just about reaching the finish line, it's about knowing how to play the next movement. Without a plan, your savings can feel like noise instead of music. I'm Jason Hutchins with Guardian Wells Financial. I've seen too many families head into retirement without the guidance they need. That's why I wrote Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. I'd like to mail you a copy at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929. Inside this book, you'll find real-world strategies on turning savings into income, making smarter Social Security decisions, and reducing a bite of taxes in retirement. Call 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 for your book today. Don't wait. Supplies are limited, and when they're gone, they are gone. Orchestrate your retirement. Discover the rhythm of a confident future.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wells Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
Call 317-660-0929.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
A wet start to your work week. It is raining in downtown Indianapolis, and it's also 65 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 70. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Guardian Wells Financial. Here's what's trending at 8:31. Along with rain falling at times this week across the Hoosier State, the temperatures will also be changing.
Should stay fairly cool compared to what it was this last weekend. We get back towards seasonal as we get into the late part of this weekend into early next week, which seasonal for this time of year is like upper 70s to near 80.
That's forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service Indianapolis. He says both the rain and the wind gusts might be heavy at times. Thousands of people packed the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona Sunday to honor political activist Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated in Utah.
We saw people arriving here as early as 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday. The stadium ultimately did hit capacity, and then people ended up in the overflow across the street. Kirk's memorial lasted several hours and felt like a Sunday service at many points, featuring a series of Christian artists who led praise and worship for the crowd here. People had to go through a TSA level of security, and in the end, we were not aware of any notable incidents. President Trump and Elon Musk appear to reunite at the memorial that lasted several hours.
That's Fox News correspondent Matt Finn from Glendale this morning. The House has passed a resolution to honor Charlie Kirk and condemn his killing. Some Democrats opposed it. Republican Representative Mike Lawler told Fox News,
"We can disagree. We should have robust debate on the House floor, but we should all be able to agree in a moment of grief, in a moment of pain for the family and for our country, that we should all be able to come together and unite."
New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez criticized the measure, saying it causes deep pain for those affected by bigotry. President Trump says his administration will make an announcement today regarding autism.
During the memorial service for the late Charlie Kirk, President Trump said he may be about to make the biggest medical announcement in U.S. history.
I think we found an answer to autism. How about that?
He said he's been bugging everyone to get an answer on the cause of autism.
So we won't let it happen anymore? And how to get at least somewhat better when you have it.
Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. said earlier this year that a cause for autism may be revealed by this month. And the Wall Street Journal reported the health secretary plans to announce a possible link between autism and Tylenol when used by pregnant women.
That's Fox's Jill Nato reporting. And gas prices $3.03 a gallon for regular unleaded, says AAA today across Indy. And sports on WIBC, the Indianapolis Colts improved to 3-0 Sunday with a road win over the Tennessee Titans thanks to plays like this.
Taylor right up the gut, big hole, 40, cuts back to his right, spinning upfield, still going, slips out of a tackle, he's at the 20, he's at the 10, he's at the 5, touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, IND WY. Yes, sir.
That's Matt Taylor on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network. Final score 41-20. Running back Jonathan Taylor ran for 102 yards and scored 3 times.
I think that's what we try to establish each and every single week. But it starts up front, and then it starts on the edges with guys like Pittman, Ashton, just sustaining those blocks on the outside. That's how we're able to move the ball downfield.
And the Colts travel to play L.A. on Sunday. The L.A. Rams, that is, on Sunday in Vegas.
Final score, Fever 89, Aces 73. Indiana takes game 1 of the semifinals in Vegas.
John Nolan on the Indiana Fever Radio Network. Game 2 is Tuesday at 9:30, and IU's football team is up to 11th place in the top AP 25 poll. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Jeremy Scott.
We'll go to the far south side where we see a crash on Southport Road just south of I-69. Also still dealing with crash cleanup investigation on 25th and Ralston on the city's east side, Martinsdale, Brightwood neighborhood. 465 northbound of the northwest side, heavy from 86 around the corner to just before Michigan. That's all due to road work in the left lane. It's going to be there till Wednesday morning at 6. Also 69 southbound heavy, 116th into 465. If you're headed downtown, 65 northbound heavy from Edgewood all the way into 465. Then you back on the brakes approaching the south split with a crash off to the side. 65 southbound heavy from MLK all the way down to 21st with 70 westbound delays approaching the north split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Producer Carl, I think the fill up on the news needs a refresh. I think that we've been doing this a couple years. It's time to, we need to re-up that intro. So I'm putting that on you. I am tasking you, sir, with a new intro. Dow futures down 169. NASDAQ futures are down 90. Oil prices down. $62.28 on the West Texas crude. That's the barrel price. Brent crude, $66.12, and the 10-year Treasury up 4.131. It had been trending down. It had been trending down. Kicked back up this last week. We'll see what this week brings with the lowering of interest rates. We'll see how it goes. Now, as for the H-1B visa insanity, don't ask me. I have no idea what's going on here. I am Towley. I have no idea what's going on. That's as good of an impression as I do. So the story is that President Trump raised the H-1B visa application fee to $100,000. And people said, I'm sorry, what now? And they freaked. And they were trying to bring people back into the country because they thought H-1B visas would expire. And then there was a conversation of, wait, is this $100,000 a year? Is this $100,000 one time? What in the world is going on? This is about people coming to work in the United States from other countries. It created a scramble. It created a real issue. Man, India is not pleased at all. All the articles like, wait a second, I thought I had a job. I thought I had an opportunity. Now I can't afford to stay. The company isn't going to pay it. I can't afford that. It's over. So originally it was thought to be per year. Howard Lutnick, Commerce Secretary, announced that it would be a one-off payment. And then people are like, wait, is that totally correct? Can I believe that? Can I trust that? Our issue with H-1B visas is that we have a lot of people coming into the country to work, and maybe we haven't properly vetted these people. We've only said, oh, well, you get an H-1B visa, you get to work, and here's the lottery system and everything else. Maybe it isn't the best system for us. Maybe that's that. Yes, there was a lot of panic. Yes, there was a lot of issues, and people are telling those who have the visas, don't leave the U.S. Better have gotten back here by Sunday, or we could have a problem, and maybe you can't get back in the country. The White House then clarified again, no, of course, they're going to be let back in the country. We are just setting this going forward. I'm telling you there's still real confusion. I'm telling you that I haven't got my head around the whole story. An H-1B visa allows companies to sponsor foreign workers with specialized skills to work in the U.S. initially for 3 years, extendable to 6. 85,000 visas a year are issued based on a lottery system. And the reason India is most unhappy is that 3/4 of these go to people who are Indian. Is this a de facto pushback against Modi, Prime Minister Modi, and their buying of Russian oil? The connections they are growing with China? Everything is possible. I just don't know yet what is probable. What I can tell you is that this has an interesting part 2 story. Affected some friends of mine. They could not get home from a trip because Heathrow Airport in London was basically disabled due to a cyber attack. And I thought it fascinating when brought up to me because I had not checked the news on Saturday. Wasn't feeling well on Saturday and was having a thing. And then that night I was an auctioneer at an event for Indiana Wish, incredible organization. It's not Make-A-Wish. No. They do the work that Make-A-Wish wishes they did in terms of making sure the money gets these kids, the wishes that they provide, kids who are dealing with cancer and illnesses you would not wish on anybody. And, I mean, I wasn't feeling great. I got there. I dropped my drink. I never do that. This woman said hello to me. Christy, how are you? And I'm like, I'm in the middle of a conversation. Can you give me a minute, please? And she was mortified, and then there were tears. And it was like, good Lord, what a day. And then you realize these kids are having a far worse day than you ever had, Tony. Maybe it's not so bad. And then there was this live auction where I was the auctioneer, and there was running and I losing of breath. And it was a great night, and some friends were supposed to be there. Indiana Wish is a great organization. And there were some friends who were supposed to be there. But they couldn't get through Heathrow because there was this cyber attack that had taken place. And because of that day and everything else, I did not pay attention to the news that day. I took the day off. Cyber attack. The Brussels airport said there was a cyber attack on Friday night, the 19th of September, against a service provider for the check-in and boarding systems, affecting several European airports, including the Brussels airport, including Heathrow. And I thought it was interesting that they said cyber attack, because very often in these situations, in these cases, they don't say what it is. They say a malfunction, a this, a that, another. They don't actually tell you what it is. Cyber attack. Wow. You would think that these airports would have a better system. And then I caught the story about the madness about the H-1B visas and people needing to get back into the U.S. by Sunday, or at least believing they did. And the next thing you know, these European airports, these major hubs, have a cyber attack that don't allow people to fly, and flights are canceled and delayed for hours. And people who were going to leave on Saturday had to leave on Sunday. I swear to you, I am not in any way, shape, or form a conspiratorial guy. I do not have a conspiratorial bone in my body. But you tell me, producer Carl, did I tie that together pretty well?
Absolutely. I think you should be on our podcast.
You think that should be on the Conspiracy Carl?
I think you'd
podcast?
I think you'd be a great guest on the podcast.
No. Conspiracy Carl is your thing. You should get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcasts. Our own Carl does the Conspiracy Carl podcast and does it beautifully. You got to check it out. I am not going to be a guest. That's not going to happen. But I'm telling you, I'm on to something interesting here. Coincidence? Totally possible. Also totally possible. Nah. Interesting. Very. Matt Bear out today. Jeremy Scott has traffic.
Oh, we finally got a location on that crash on the south side in the Southern Dunes neighborhood, Southport Road and Wellwood Drive, the scene of that. Crash cam continues in the east side, Martinsdale, Brightwood neighborhood, 25th and Ralston. Getting better out there on our roadways. We're still seeing some delays almost everywhere, like 65 southbound from the White River Bridge to 21st, with approaching the downtown area. Northbound, you're heavy from Keystone to before the south split. That earlier crash has been cleared off. Also, 465 northbound on the northwest side, slow from 86 to past 865 through the roadwork zone. Traffic is sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Drexel Interiors is a place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Jeremy Scott with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
20 ribeyes for $35. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at 2 locations in Indianapolis going on now. 20 ribeyes for only $35 at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Just look for the big truck. Also in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Brookville Road and South Arlington Avenue. Also on the big truck is cases of T-bones, fillets, New York strips, burgers, and a whole lot more. Big truck sale. Marinated chicken breasts too. Don't wait. Big steak sale at 2 different locations at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Also in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Brookville Road and South Arlington Avenue. 20 ribeyes for just $35. Don't wait. Everything must go. Big truck sale. That's 20 ribeyes for $35 at the corner of South Emerson and Thompson Road. Also in the Hardee's parking lot at the corner of Brookville Road and South Arlington Avenue. Get there before the truck is gone.
Indianapolis ranked at number 2 by Zillow among 2025's hottest markets. Indy, number 2 for homes. Home values have risen. They're holding strong. It's a great time to sell. So hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Baby, what you're looking for is a fast, guaranteed, no hassle home sale, but you don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. No long-term contracts you can cancel at any time. Dan and Casey in Indianapolis said it was time to downsize, and we needed to sell our old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietel made it happen. We got our asking price in a few weeks without any repairs or an appraisal. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he will buy it. Call Mark Dietel today, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer Lawrence Dutler, president of Sun Title, who has been an Applied Innovation customer for 20 years.
Well, to be honest, it was when it came to having copiers and scanners, there was really no other choice but to go to Applied. I mean, it was the service level, the people.
Then you discovered Applied Innovation also provided network support and security.
And when we found out, that was an easy decision to make. They've got a great team of folks that understand just overall computers, networks, that kind of thing.
How has Applied Innovation benefited Sun Title for 2 decades?
You've got to be in the foxhole with somebody. Our business is about being tech-enabled. It's about servicing our clients. So their service to me as a client gives me the ability to serve our clients better.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age. making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Listen to the Hammer and Nigel Show all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Hard Sunday, March 15th at Fisher's Event Center.
I'm just going to wait for my wife's text. But it's coming. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. Yes, I know it. Yes, I watched every season. Yes, it is unbelievably incredible television from an absolutely wretched cat by the name of Joss Wheaton. This, yes, dear, I see the text. This is the theme to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The Sarah Michelle Gellar, Allison Hannigan, Anthony Head, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, have you ever heard me play this right here? Have you ever heard me share this?
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
The battle's done and we kind of won, so we sound our victory cheer. Where do we go from here?
It's rarely used, but I do use it. That's from Buffy. They did a whole musical episode. They did a whole silent episode called Hush. Honestly, absolutely incredible television. Incredible. So yes, well done, producer Carl, in trying to get me there. But that one was easy. That was nothing, boo. Absolutely nothing. On Tony Katz today at noon, there's supposed to be this announcement coming from the Department of Health and Human Services regarding autism. If that comes, I will bring that to you live. Also, is this the turning point? This memorial we saw yesterday for Charlie Kirk, is that really it? And what does it mean? How do you get there? Because these things do not happen in a vacuum. If you want to get to places, you actually have to get to them. You have to work for them. If you want to rely on faith, I'm not going to tell you no. But I'm going to tell you, without question, that you need the action. I'm happy to debate this anywhere, at any time, unquestionably. But it was something else yesterday. That memorial service was something else. Really was. And it can't be denied, and it can't be denied that you have progressives that responded just with just as much venom as you would think. People like Jasmine Crockett, oh, I'll get to it. Allegedly condemning political violence, and also, oh, how terrible Charlie Kirk is, and no, I wouldn't vote for this as a remembrance or a resolution to honor him. Man, the only thing they will learn is that the lack of power is their future. They have to learn by losing. That involves work. I'll have that on Tony Katz today at noon. I hope you will join me then. Thanks, everybody, in the chat room there at youtube.com/WIBC. Kendall and Casey are up next, and Jeremy Scott has traffic.
Well, Tony, new problems in Lawrence where crews are headed to the scene for crash. Franklin and Pendleton Pike should be there shortly. Also, clean up for an early crash on the east side, 25th and Ralston.